Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, listen, you already know, first and foremost, time and energy are the highest forms of currency. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. Listen, I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, getting to that moolah, stacking that paper, getting that guap, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time, energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute. Now, listen, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's locked into the channel, everybody that's been helping this channel grow organically. Yeah, well past 20,000 subscribers, and it's constant elevation. We only going up. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making a way to Grown Man Business TV, everybody that's making a way to the channel, beating the algorithm, beating the shadow ban. And listen, you have reached the realest channel on YouTube. The realest channel on YouTube, my G's. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. I'm the only one in it. That's why y'all here. This is Grown Man Business TV. So big salute to everybody that's locked into the channel. Yeah, we only going up. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. You already know what we doing over here. You already know, when you look at the thumbnail, when you look at the title, you already know how we giving it up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. It's a lot going on when it comes to these celebrities. It's a lot going on when it comes to these puppets. You understand what I'm saying? The higher ups and the elites always got their hands in the pot. The higher ups and the elites, they always got their hands in the pot, and they always stirring the pot. We definitely gonna pay attention to the puppets, to the celebrities, but we also gotta pay attention to the Geppetto, the one pulling the strings, and that's what we gonna get into. We gonna take it a little bit deeper than rap. Word to Ricky Rose, word to Rick Ross. We gonna take it a little bit deeper than rap. That's what we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We gonna take it deeper than rap, my G. Now, if you don't know, you must have been living under a rock. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, they've been beefing. They've been going back and forth. They not like us. A hit record, smash record, big success when it comes to a diss track. I mean, this might be the biggest diss record in hip hop history. They not like us. You understand? And in the midst of that beef, you got Rick Ross engaging. You got Rick Ross going at Drake. You got Rick Ross, making a fool out of Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Got the BBL Drizzy. I know Metro Boomin made the beat, but you got to understand something. Rick Ross came up with the whole term, the whole saying, BBL Drizzy. And because of that, it's been tension between Drake and Rick Ross. Now let's come up to speed. I wanted to give you some context. Now, recently, Rick Ross went out to Vancouver. He went out to Canada. And he had a walkthrough. He was at a club. He was doing his thing. He's the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. Oh. Rick Rose was doing what he do best. He don't care. He gonna eat his wing stop. He gonna have his titties out. Yeah, Ricky Rose had his breast out, and he was at the club. He had the big Cuban chain on with his titties out, and he was doing what he do. And all of a sudden, there was a problem. There was a problem because Rick Ross said he wanted to hear Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us, right now. He told the DJ, play that shit right now. I'm trying to hear it. I'm trying to turn up. Now, when Ricky Rose did that, an altercation broke out. An argument ensued. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm having fun with this, but we're going to really get into this situation. We're going to really break this down because it was disgusting work. It was nasty work what I saw take place out there in Vancouver. I didn't like it one bit, and we're going to talk about this. This is Grown Man Business TV. Big salute to everybody that's in the live chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Them 3 little dots right there. Make sure you hit those 3 little dots, and then you hit the subscribe button, and you hit the like button. So Rick Ross, he gets into an altercation with some bikers. Now, this is what you got to understand. This is where the shit go left. This is where the problem starts for me. It's not because Rick Ross was being, you know what I'm saying, he was being checked. It's not because, he was having an altercation. It's not none of those things. It's the simple fact that some damn Hell's Angels bikers walked down on Ricky Rose. Now, this is where it gets sticky at, because as they're arguing, one of these Hell Angels bikers, these are this is a motorcycle gang, swings on Ricky Rose and actually punches him in the face. Like, this is the thing, I had to get back, I had to step back, and I had to look at the information, I had to look at the videos, I had to really get updated on what was going on. That's why I deleted the video that I did yesterday, and I'm rehashing it right now, because I didn't really know the ins and outs of what was taking place. And now that I do, this shit is nasty work, and we gonna get into this. One of them white boys punched Rick Rose in his face. Now it's a whole altercation. Now, after you see Ricky Rose get attacked, after you see him get punched in his face, fast forward to outside the club, where now you got Ricky Rose, you got his security guards. They go into war with some Canadiens. Yeah, I said it right, homie. We gonna stand on business. They was going to war with some Canadiens, and one thing that stood out to me about these Canadiens is that they were saying the word nigga over and over and over again. They was calling these dudes the N-word. They was saying nigga. They was saying my nigga, you niggas. They was saying the hard ER. They was saying niggers to them. And I said to myself, this can't be life. Is this real? I thought this shit got to be a movie. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Too blown. I see you in the building, my G. Salute. And after that, right, Ricky Rose. I got to give a salute to Rick Ross for playing it cool, for not coming onto the internet and not playing the gangster and not saying what he gonna do and what he not gonna do, not incriminating himself. Ricky Rose, he went live. He showed a couple of bottles of that Bel Air. He even made some jokes with his homies. The one security guard that was knocked out and went to sleep had obviously woken back up, been brought up to date with what happened, because I know he probably thought they was still at the party. He probably thought that it was still, everything was good. He didn't know that one of those Canadians knocked his ass out. I mean literally, this dude was in a slumber. I ain't seen nobody get knocked out like that in a long time. So Rick Ross woke him up, and they got him on the plane, and he said, what kind of Wingstop you like? He said he want drumsticks. The other one said, listen, man, I want my flats. They was making jokes and making fun of this, but ain't nothing funny about what happened out there in Canada. Now, we're going to address this on multiple different angles. We're going to take this from multiple different levels. We're going to scratch the surface, but I want to stay right here, right where we at. Some Hell's Angels attacked Rick Ross. Some white boys in Canada, some damn Canadians attacked Rick Ross. And that's nasty work, my G. And I told y'all yesterday that Drake should have came out. This is a pivotal moment right here. And Drake, if he was a boss, if he was a big dog, if he was really who he claims to be, he would have came out and he would have let the world know, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't got nothing to do with OVO. I didn't put the stamp on that. Whatever happened in that club had nothing to do with me. But instead, Drake is liking the post. He's saying happy Canada Day. He's enticing the situation as if he has something to do with it, or as if he was a boss and he pulled the trigger. And that right there, we gonna talk about. I'm gonna engage with the chat, but for right now, I'm just gonna get this out. That right there is I declare war. I want to be honest with you. I know y'all don't think that it's a serious thing. I know it's funny. You know, you got Drake and you got Rick Ross and you know, you got the ex-CEO and, you know, Rick Ross gets punched in the face. And I know this shit seems like it's humorous and it's funny, but I'm here to tell you that Drake has now declared war on a high level. On a high level. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And when you're talking about Canada, you're talking about a whole nother country. When you're talking about Canadians saying the word nigga, calling niggas niggas, that shit right there is not something that's resonating right down here in America, in the United States of America. That shit ain't sitting right with the niggas in America. Nobody's feeling that. Nobody looked at that and thought that that was something we gonna let slide. That's not something that's gonna slide, my G. So when people think that it's a joke, I get it. I'm laughing too, because the shit was pretty funny, but I'm always able to see through the smoke and mirrors. And what I want to paint the picture is, I want to paint the picture of the higher ups and the elites creating another East Coast, West Coast war. Listen, a lot of you youngsters don't remember, but it was something called the East Coast, West Coast War. It was Biggie Smalls versus Tupac Shakur, and the whole East Coast was beefing with the West Coast, and they manipulated it, and they painted a narrative, and they used magazines and news outlets, and they made this shit huge, and they made billions of dollars off the death of these puppets, off the death of these celebrities. And when you really look at this from a grown man business perspective, we never thought that we would have anything that would compare to the East Coast, West Coast beef. But you know the one thing that can compare, you know the one thing that can go bigger than the East Coast and the West Coast beef is a Canadian, a Canada, and a United States beef. Oh, that's bigger than the East Coast and the West Coast beef. That's a whole nother level. And again, you got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors to be able to see that far. You got to be able to think outside the box. You got to know that the higher ups and the elites are playing chess at all times. Playing chess at the highest level at all times. And when you get that in your mind, when you get that in your brain, when you understand that they playing chess at the highest level, then you start to see the chess move. Yeah, you get to seeing what's going on. Oh, or they moving pieces around. Before I go any further, let me give you some context on this. When Drake and Kendrick Lamar first started beefing, somebody shot up Drake's house. They shot his security guard. They came into a neighborhood with houses that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and they opened fire. They engaged with firearms and shot up Drake's house, and nobody has been arrested for that. But the first thing that the higher ups and the elites did, the first thing that they did was they tried to use the mass media to flame the fire. They said, hey, man, somebody was shot at Drake's house, and we want to figure out if it had something to do with the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drizzy Drake. They automatically applied it to a beef between the two. And I just giving you that context so that you can see that this is the games that they playing. This is the games that they playing at the highest level. So, you know, it's disgusting work what took place out there in Canada. Disgusting work. And I want to let you know something. All 175 people that's in the live chat right now, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hitting them 3 little dots up there and you hitting the like button. Don't come into this house, man, and don't wipe your feet off before you step in this house. Nah, it wasn't really fake. It was a real thing. It was a real thing. Somebody shot his house up, but we didn't bite the bait the way they wanted us to bite the bait. They wanted us to, you know, make this whole big thing out the situation and create a war. And the ones that know, if you got any kind of intelligence, you know that Kendrick Lamar ain't have nothing to do with that. He don't promote violence. He ain't sending no shooters to shoot nothing up. So that ain't had nothing to do with him. So we automatically just dismiss that. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, on a whole nother level, you got to understand something. It's a cold war right now. Between Canada and America, it is a cold war going on right now. And it started as soon as somebody made it physical. It started as soon as somebody made it violent and they pushed violence into the situation. Us seeing Rick Ross get punched in the face by a goddamn white boy, a Hell's Angel biker gang white boy, has now declared war. Drake can't come to Miami comfortably. Drake can't come to Florida comfortably. Drake can't come to Georgia, Atlanta comfortably. Drake can't come to Texas comfortably. And we already know Drake can't come to California comfortably. Drizzy gonna need the fucking National Guard if he wanna, step foot and do business in the United States of America, because now everybody is looking for the get back. You gotta know that. You got to know them Zoes out there in Miami is not, nah, they waiting. They want get back. Yeah, they want smoke behind that. I know y'all don't think that Ricky Rose is this, and y'all don't think that Ricky Rose is that, but when you can see through the smoke and mirrors, you got to understand something. Ricky Rose, they don't see him as a CEO, a CO of a jail. They see him as a rapper that's made millions of dollars, that's feeding the wolves. Yeah, he feeding the wolves, my G. 211 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, my G. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But you made your way to the Realest channel on YouTube, homie. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. Yeah, it's not just Cali too, blown. Trust me. Trust me. It's a no-fly zone. Drake has declared war, and if you like it or not, as America, we looking at this shit as Americans, homie. I done had talks with certain bloggers, I done had talks with certain people, and everybody feel the same way. Everybody looking at this like, nah, homie, that ain't how it's gonna go down. So you think that because Rick Ross played They Not Like Us, first off, he could play what the fuck he wanna play. You think that you're going to put your hands on Rose because he played that song in the club? That's first and foremost. Secondly, these some white boys. When it ever been cool for some Hell's Angel white boys to put their hands on anybody from the hip hop community? When that shit been cool, homie? When that been acceptable? So this white boy thought it was acceptable to put his hands on a boss. See, when you understand how the game works, you understand that peasants ain't allowed to touch bosses, homie. Workers ain't allowed to put their hands on bosses. And when they do that and they get out of line, they get put back in line. They get checked. In the mob, you would have got your ass, would have got smoked. You would have got whacked for putting your fucking hands on a boss like that. And Drake, being a big dog in this industry, he was supposed to say, nah, man. Nah, I know me and him not seeing eye to eye. I know me and him is having beef right now. I know me and him, we having issues. But you don't put your fucking hands on no boss, homie. You don't put your hands on, nah, that ain't how it go. And Drake was supposed to denounce that. But you know what Drake did, being the sucker that he is? Being the sucker that he is, he went on TV, he went on camera, he made jokes about it. He sipping his little drinks and shit, making his facial expression. You know how Drake like to do with his fingernails painted and his barrettes all in his hair. BBL Drizzy. He don't understand the art of war. Drake never been in the streets. Drake don't know this gangster shit. Drake don't know how it's supposed to go. See, what happened was Drake is half Jewish. Drake got his hands on some money. Drake is an industry plant. But when it comes to the real essence of this shit, he don't got he's detached from the real essence of what this thing of ours is. Yeah. He got ghostwriters that write his songs, and we like the songs that his ghostwriters write. Just talk real talk. What it do, my G? I see you in the chat. Salute. Yeah. Yeah, we like the song, but he don't know the art of war because he ain't never been to war. Drake ain't never been it. Anybody know how this shit's supposed to go. So when Drake come to the US, you better know this nigga's gonna have the National Guard with him. He's gonna have the FBI with him. He's gonna have every intelligence agency with him for protection. And I'm gonna tell you this, that ain't gonna be enough. So let me leave this at this angle because we about to go deeper into this situation. But when the get back is getting back, when that get back come, when niggas catch Drizzy or Chubbs or Baca or any of these OVO niggas in the United States and that get back get put back, I don't want to hear no crying, homie. I don't want to hear no, oh, this is, well, why they do this to Drizzy? Why they do that to Drizzy? We don't want to hear that shit. You engaging. Because them white boys put their hands on Rick Ross and you didn't denounce that like a boss was supposed to. So when Nick, because it might not be you, Drake. It might be your little homies, these little OVO niggas that you got running around. When niggas put their hands on them, and that get back, getting back. We don't want to hear no sad songs, my G. We want you to stand on business. We want you to stand on that same grown man business you were standing on when you was sipping that drink saying, shout out to Canada. This is Canada Day. Making them little funny remarks instead of standing on bullshit, instead of denouncing that. That's nasty work, homie. When the fuck Hell's Angels had anything to do with hip hop? When the Hell's Angels had anything, when the Hell's Angels thought that it was okay to get involved in a rap beef? Fuck is these niggas talking about, man? You crazy? And on top of that, they saying nigga, they calling these niggas. I'm watching the video in disgust, my G. I ain't gonna lie, I was a loss for words. I was a little bit lost for words hearing Canadian dudes say the word nigga. Nigga, you from Canada. What the fuck you saying? What is you talking about? Nasty work. Nasty work. But listen, one thing for sure, two things for certain, in America, we built for this type of shit. We built for it. In the same way some random white boys, some random biker gangs ran down on Rick Ross, is the same way them Zoes and them Haitians and all the other type of shit we got going on down here in this great United States of America is the same way they gonna run down on one of you OVO niggas. Yeah. So again, before I go to this next angle, let's play ball, homie. Let's play chess how we need to play chess. And I want a big salute to Rick Ross for laughing this shit off. Cause I know he tight. His homie got knocked out like that. That nigga was in a slumber. I mean, he got knocked to the fifth dimension. Like this. I ain't seen a nigga get such good sleep in a long time. I mean, the sleep homie got on that sidewalk. Niggas don't even get good sleep like that. That nigga took a good nap. Oh, he was charged up. I'm sure when he finally woke up, he felt like he could run a marathon with the nap that he took. So I know Rose, them niggas feeling some type of way, but when you a boss and when you know this street shit, you know not to get on the internet and get to talking about what you gonna do and what you ain't gonna do. You need to make light of the situation. So when it really go down, they'll say, well, no, I didn't, you can exclude them about the situation when it really go down. So I respected, that's a boss move. And I ain't gonna lie, regardless of what's going on, regardless of how I feel about them, because Drake is an industry plant, homie. That nigga didn't even, bruh, we gonna talk about his main, the main song that got him in the States, that got Wayne to recognize, he didn't even fucking write it. Like Drake one of them dudes, homie. That back in the day, niggas would have smacked his mouth off for even engaging in this rap shit. The Wu-Tang Clan niggas would have smacked his mouth off for even trying to get involved in this rap shit. All right? So, but even still, even with all that being said, I really thought that Drake was going to do what was right and say, yo, bro, and go onto social media, go onto Instagram and say, listen, bro, you know, get your PR, get your public relation person to and your Instagram person to write out a long statement saying, yo, we didn't have nothing to do with that. Now, you know, salute to Canada, because we gonna stand on Canada timing at all timing. But OVO, we didn't have nothing to do with that, what took place with Rick Ross. You know, homie who put his hands on Rick Ross, we didn't sanction that. The boss didn't, we didn't have nothing to do. See, that's what I would have respected from Drake. I would have respected that. That's boss. Hey, man, first off, nigga, if we was going to send a hit, it would have been a hit. It wouldn't have been no Hell's Angels, white boys. What the fuck is that about? We didn't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Do as you please. Do what you feel like you need to do with that. If you feel like you need to handle business with that, Ricky Rose, do that. Even with Kendrick Lamar, like, I don't like this song. I don't like him I don't like what he's saying. I don't like the, you know, but I ain't about to send no white boys to put their hands on Kendrick Lamar, and I wouldn't have sent no white boys to put their hands on Rick Ross. I would have got far away from that. Nigga, I'm a boss, nigga. This is big dog shit over here, man. Let me hold up, man. Don't involve me in no peasant shit right like that, dog. Don't involve me in that. I would have got on camera. Hey. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this shit was pretty funny, but we didn't have nothing to do with that. Protect your neck at all times, Rose. Hey, MMG, protect your neck at all times, but we didn't send that. I would have sent that hit. You wouldn't have made it out of Canada, homie. So just know we didn't have nothing to do with that. I would have played that shit real boss-like, but Drake being the sucker that he is, the first thing he did was he stamped it. The first thing he did was he made light of it and put himself in a bad position. Is what it is. If you like it or not, Drake is in a bad position right now. Niggas is waiting to run across him. Yeah, I'm talking about just like them white boys and the Hell's Angels. I'm talking about random niggas, random street niggas, random is waiting to run across these OVO niggas, waiting to get some stripes off of these OVO Canada dudes. That's why you hear at Grown Man Business TV, 191 people in the chat. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Well over 20,000 subscribers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm about to take it to another level. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, we're going to talk about the puppets. We're going to talk about the celebrities, but we also got to talk about the higher-ups and the elites and what they got to do with this. This is where it gets deep at. So you in the right place. 224 people in the live chat. If you in a vertical feed, hit them 3 little dots right there and make sure you hit that like button, man. That shit is free. That shit is a free deal, free spill. It ain't gonna cost you much. And what I did understand and I do recognize is that a lot of people don't know when y'all in a vertical feed, they don't know how to find the like button. Those 3 little dots right there. All you gotta do is touch the 3 little dots, and then you're gonna be able to touch the like button. Do that, man. Do that. That's easy work. Salute. Just talk real talk. What it do, my G? Dresky, what it do? Wayne, what it do? You know, chat is lit up, man. And again, for all my newcomers, for everybody that's tapped into the channel, don't ever mistake my passion for aggression. Don't ever mistake my passion for aggression, homie, or for anger. I'm passionate about this shit. We built this channel organically, and I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. When I saw what was taking place in Canada, in Vancouver, I thought it was nasty work, and it made me feel some type of way. It made me feel some type of way that this person with a head full of fucking dog fur thought that it was all right to punch Rose in his face, like him or not. Like Rose or not. Nigga, you a fucking Hell's Angel. What is you doing having any kind of conversation with MMG or some hip hop shit? What are you doing? And then you throw a punch over the back. Come on, man. These niggas, come on, man. And then, bro, you got your nasty ass dog fur all swinging everywhere, shedding all over the place, smelling like a wet fucking dog, an animal. Like Ricky Rose or not, nigga, that's out of pocket. You supposed to get put down for that. Oh yeah, it'll be a bag on your head. I put a bag on your goddamn head, boy. If you got a head full of dog, if you smell like a wet dog, you need to get out the way when it come to this hip hop shit. But see, I understand that Drake, half of his family got that dog fur. Drake mama got that dog fur. Drake daddy, he black, but Drake mama got that dog fur. That's why Drake's son got that dog fur. That's why Drake always got these cornrows, because he wants to put his dog fur in cornrows so he can feel closer to us. When Drake get that dog fur corn rolled up, he put that gel and all that greasy shit all in that nasty dog fur, and he corn rolls it up. It makes him feel closer to us. Same thing with his little son. His son got blonde hair and blue eyes, but for some reason, he always got cornrows and that blonde hair, that dog fur. Got the corn so he could feel close. Nah, nigga, you ain't really with us like that. You ain't with us like that. On this side, we write our own music. On this side, we stand on business, homie. We don't, nah, nigga. Nah. Don't. And so don't try to, don't double back now, nigga. You in it. It was a game when I was growing up called I Declare War. And nigga, you declared war with that. You declared war with that. Talking about some nigga, what's going on, nigga? Nigga, get your nigga, what you want to do, nigga? Well, it wasn't no goddamn niggas in Canada. When was that? Was that slave? There wasn't. Come on, man. Y'all ain't want no niggas up there, homie. What the fuck y'all talking about? Why y'all saying that? Why is y'all using that word like that? Y'all ain't part of this. That's why y'all ain't nobody talking this way about the situation. Everybody's talking about X, Y, and Z, but nobody's gonna approach. Why is y'all calling these dudes niggas, B? Hey, listen, they was Hell's Angels. That's the information that I got. And the more I look at them, that makes sense to me. Word is, my G, the bikers run Canada. The Hells Angels, those different biker gangs with those them leather vests that they like to wear, those are the dudes that run Canada. And I believe that. I believe that the bikers up there run that shit. I'm not taking nothing away from the bikers, because they get it in too. I ain't taking nothing away from them biker gangs. Hey, bro, it was a whole biker war that they had out there on the West Coast, where the Hells Angels was going to war with this other biker gang. And when I tell you, like 100 people got shot. These motherfuckers went to war. And listen, I'm gonna go a step further. 100 people got shot. 100 bikers, they went to war and got shot in the same day, and nobody talked to the police. A2 Blown, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. This shit happened on the West Coast some time ago. Them bikers went to war, and when the police came, they nobody snitched. Not one motherfucking biker snitched and told nothing. So I'm not taking nothing away from them bikers, bro. And when I got word that they run Canada, I believe that. So when you say, was they real as hell angels, I'ma tell you like this. If them niggas was claiming Hell's Angels and they not really Hell's Angels, them Hell Angels, man, they gonna put work in. Them dudes they gonna pay for that. They'll fuck around and get whacked for wearing those leather vests, and they ain't even a part of the game, or claiming the Hell's Angels. Like, they don't play no games, homie. It's real shit. So when I got word, because I got word. Yesterday I went live. I didn't really have all the information, but All day yesterday, I've been getting DMs. I've been getting word on that. I've been getting, trust me, we international. Please believe me. Grown Man Business TV, we international, homie. London, we all everywhere. And the word that I'm getting back is coming directly out of Canada. Toronto, Vancouver, and they already let me know, like, yo, homie, you wouldn't believe how powerful the biker gangs are out here. And they fuck with Drake. They rock with homie. You understand what I'm saying? And they powerful. It ain't no Bloods and Crips in Canada that's power. Ain't no gang out there that's more powerful than them Hell's Angels. And that makes sense to me. Because again, you gotta ask yourself, how did these niggas even get so close to Rick Ross, the fucking boss of Rick Ross? How are you, if you in a club with him, how was it that you was even able to have that conversation or argument with him? That's because the Hells Angels is powerful. Them promoters is like, oh shit, y'all in here? Okay, yeah, let me take y'all over there. Rick Ross, who playing that song? Oh, we gonna go over. They powerful, homie. But Drake ain't powerful. Drake is a whole hoe. So Drake should have said, homie, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Salute to y'all for doing what y'all did, but that ain't OVO. We ain't gonna say who it is, but that ain't OVO. Now, if you could find out who it is, then that's on you. But we not doing no police work over here. So, you know, we didn't have nothing to do with that. Salute, 220 in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, man. We should be well at 20,000.5, 20,000.6 by the time I'm done with this. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, I wanted to have a little fun with that because, you know, that's the surface. That's the surface right there. Like, that right there is the surface. Rick Ross getting punched in the face, his man getting knocked out. You know, that's the surface, but we about to go a little bit deeper. We about to scratch the surface. I want to take y'all to another level with this. So I got people in the DM and they're saying, Grown Man Business TV, what's going on? Like, why do you think this is happening? It seemed like shit is going left. It was a rap battle. What's your perspective on why it's seeming like it's taking a turn for the worse? Why it's going downhill? Nobody wanted any people in my DM saying this. You know, I got white boys, I got all different type of people that rock with Grown Man Business TV, and they asking me, like, yo, this shit turning violent. Like, why is it turning violent? And the reason why it's turning and it's going left is because the higher ups and the elites got their hands in the pot. Now, let's break this thing down. We all know Drake is one of the biggest rap artists of this generation. Drake is one of the biggest puppets and biggest money makers for the higher ups and the elites. He's been that for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? He's had a hell of a run, and he's made billions and billions of dollars for the higher ups and the elites. But I always tell y'all, they're gonna build you up to the biggest that you can get. They're gonna build you up to the highest point of the mountain that you can go, and then you gotta face the decline. The decline. Drake is on the decline, and it's nasty work. It's disgusting work. It's really a touchy situation in the industry with Drake right now. Now, let me break that down for you. Why is that? Why is that? Well, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, they get the beef, and they get to doing this back and forth. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, the higher ups and the elites love when it's rap beef. Not when it's just rap beef, but when you got two of the biggest puppets, two of the biggest artists, two of the biggest rap celebrities, and they start beefing, they start reminiscing about the East Coast and the West Coast war. They start reminiscing about how much money they made off Biggie Smalls and how much money they're still making off of Tupac Shakur. They start reminiscing and they start drooling. They start knowing, because one thing for sure, they know the money come with war. That don't just apply to international conflict. That applies to hip hop. That applies to everything. Hollywood, all this shit. When the war and the beef get involved, that's where the bag come from. Why you think we going to war with Russia, and we in line to go to war with China, and we in line to go to war with all these people? This is a whole nother conflict. But why you think it's just so easy, and we always seem to be going to war? Because that's where these That's where the higher ups and the elites make their money at. Same thing with hey, do me a favor, Joe. Check those eggs for me. If they should be in there. They've been in there for like 20, 30 minutes. I'm gonna have you probably cut it off in a few minutes.
So you want me to cut it off, or you want me to just?
Are they floating?
One of them's peeling.
Yeah, that one cracked. Yeah, you can cut them
No,
off.
that's the only one that's floating.
All right, you can leave it on for like a few more minutes. I'll have you cut it off in a few seconds.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, we handling business right now. Wisdom B, I see you in the chat. What it do, homie? I see you in there. MJ, I see you in there. So yeah, that's why we going to war with all these different. War is the bag. So now you got Drake and you got Kendrick Lamar and you got them ramping up to go to war. They sending shots at each other. It's starting to steam up, right? Now, this is a beautiful thing. Like I said, they love when the rap battle, they always think about Ether and Jay-Z and Nas. You got Biggie and Tupac. We make billions off these niggas when they do this rap battle thing. So Drake and Kendrick Lamar can be manipulated to be the biggest rap battle ever. So now you got them throwing shots at each other. Everybody's in tune. You remember you got Meet the Grams. You got, Drop It, Gimme 50. We going back and forth. We steaming up. But the higher ups and the elites didn't predict what was about to happen with the They Not Like Us. Yeah, they didn't know that was about to happen. They didn't know that. That's some shit that came from left field. That's some shit that they had no control over. They really didn't know how to net that. Let me give you the game. Let me break this shit down for you. So now you got Kendrick Lamar drops They Not Like Us. You're trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. You know what I'm saying? Called a nigga a pedophile. Called the nigga a child molester. Called the nigga a predator. So now you got Kendrick Lamar calling the biggest rapper of our generation a fucking pedo. You know what time, listen, you know what day and age we live in, right? You know that you can't just be a pedophile. You can't be a woman abuser. You can't be a womanizer, because once they feel like you beat women or you do this or a sexual assault or sexual trafficking or anything with young girls or anything like that, you get canceled. But the higher ups and the elites can't afford for Drake to get canceled. We just gave Drake $500 million. They just gave Drake damn near $500 million. So the shit's starting to go left. We couldn't predict this. We thought y'all was gonna talk about shooting each other, killing each other, like Biggie Smalls and Tupac, and then we can line your ass up out there in Vegas and get you smoked at the light, and then we can take over. And we didn't know you was gonna call him a god. We know that Drake like little girls. We know that Drake has had his run in with these young girls. We know that. But we don't mind that. But we didn't know you was going to tell the goddamn world, Kendrick Lamar. K-Dot. And we didn't know you was going to do it so gracefully, my G. To where, listen to me, to where you got the whole fucking world singing. They Not Like, the whole world. The globe right now is singing They Not Like Us. And in the verse and in the lyrics, the whole world is calling Drake a damn pedophile. You try to strike a chord, it is probably A minor. Like, this shit is global. Y'all ain't really being able to see what's happening. So now what's going on is getting out of hand. You got higher ups and elites. You got billionaires. You got billionaire dog fur having Neanderthals, because they all got dog fur. All of them. They making phone calls now when they saying, hey man, what the fuck is going on, homie? I get that. You told us it was a rap battle. We was cool with that. We thinking, Biggie Smalls, Tupac. We thinking Jay-Z and Nas and Ether. We thinking about hundreds of millions of dollars about to be made. What the fuck is going on with the pedophile shit? Hey man, we didn't know Kate I was gonna do that. We trying to get this shit under control. Listen, we trying to get this under control. Don't you worry. Everything's fine. But what happens is now these big corporations don't want to do business with Drake anymore. Drake is he's being, titled and labeled as a fucking child molester. He's being labeled as a man that likes little girls. He's being labeled like fucking R. Kelly in real time, my G. This is a whole nother angle, but you can't rush greatness. And even the higher ups in the elites, they can't control greatness. And K Dot he has some of that greatness in him. So when he did that, they not like us shit, it threw a monkey wrench in the whole situation. So what's next? I like that question, Miss Lewis. What's next? Well, listen, now the higher ups in the elites are saying, we got to get this under control. How can we get this under control? First, what they tried to do is they tried to get Kendrick Lamar to apologize publicly to Drake. Do y'all remember that? Drake people reached out to K Dot and his people, and they tried to come to an agreement, and they all wanted K Dot to apologize to Drake publicly. But K Dot wasn't trying to do that. K Dot said, nah, we not with that. We not rolling with that. We not doing that. So now the higher ups and the elites got to figure this shit out. And what did they do? I'm going to tell you what they did after you go up and you hit those 3 little buttons and you hit that like. I should have easily 50 likes in the building. 237 people in the chat. Salute to everybody that's locked in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You have found the realest channel on YouTube. You have now found and been led to the realest channel on YouTube. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. Everybody talking about Rick Ross and Drake, but nobody's going to go in depth about nobody's about to break this shit down the way I'm breaking it down for you. Hit the like button, man. Shit is free. So yeah, you got to understand something. The pedophile shit, the accusations, the videos of Drake on stage with that little girl. In the beginning of Drake's career, he's on stage with a little girl that's 17 years old, and he's groping her. He's kissing on her. He said he didn't know that she was 17, and he's saying some wild shit to a teenage girl. So the pedophile shit is out of control. We can't control that. So I tell y'all all the time, the higher ups and the elites are playing chess at the highest level at all times. At all times. So while y'all are looking at and listening and singing a song, they're thinking about how are we going to control this situation? How are we going to control it and monetize off this situation? How are we going to do it? Well, this is what they did. One more like, we'll be at 50 likes, and I'll tell y'all exactly what's going on from there. All we need is one more like, man. One more like. Give me the 50. I know it's hard for you. There we go. We at 50 likes. Now, anybody in the live chat, feel free to hit the little 3 buttons right there and keep the likes going up. But we at 50, so we good. So the higher ups and the elites, they have a meeting, and they say, listen, man, Drake has done everything he could do for us. And he's still in bed. We got him under contract. He owes us $500 million. So we own all the rights to his music. We own everything, all his likeness. Drake don't own nothing. Drake don't own his name. He don't own his likeness. He don't own his masters. None of that shit. So we're going to get our money off of Drake. But what we're going to do now is we're going to lean on Kendrick Lamar. What do you mean? What do you mean lean on Kendrick Lamar? Well, they not like us has already surpassed and made history as far as streaming. We're gonna push it to the next level. We're gonna lean on Kendrick Lamar. We're gonna push this shit as far as we can push it, and we're gonna capitalize off of Kendrick Lamar right now. We're gonna make Kendrick Lamar the #1 guy. Because I like Kendrick Lamar, but you gotta know Kendrick Lamar is still a puppet. He's still a puppet in his race. He's just one of the puppets that's starting to cut the strings, but he's still a puppet. So if you notice, now Everybody is supporting Kendrick Lamar. And let me give you some game. I'm talking on the highest levels. I'm talking the Grammy Awards have just nominated Kendrick Lamar's They Not Like Us song for a fucking Grammy. So a song where Kendrick Lamar is calling Drake a pedophile and a child molester and you know what I'm saying, you know, a 69 God, freaky ass nigga, he's a 69 God, freaky ass nigga, he's a 69 God. The same song where he's calling Drake a freaky ass nigga because he a 69 God is about to get a Grammy Award. Ether didn't get a Grammy Award. Hit 'em Up didn't get a Grammy Award. No Vaseline didn't get a Grammy Award. So now they saying, listen, we gonna push this shit to the limit. Big salute to everybody in the chat. We gonna push this to the limit. So now it's the decline of Drake. Now Drake is on a decline. He'll never be at the level he was. Now, not only are we gonna give Kendrick Lamar a Grammy for calling Drake a pedophile, now we're about to start exposing Drake. We're about to start exposing Drake. Now, we already know Drake didn't write Mob Ties. I'm sick of these niggas. I'm sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. Fuck what it was. It is what it is. Whatever you did, it is what it is, and I'm so tired. I fuck with the mob, but I got ties. I got ties. I got ties. Knock you off to pay their ties. Doo-doo. Salute. We gonna get deeper because we already know he didn't write Mob Ties. Salute to everybody in the chat. 186 people in the chat. Make sure y'all locked in. Miss Lewis, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We not playing no games. You know where we at. We at the big house. We at the big house. Now we about to go deeper, but you know, we at the big house. You already know what time it is. I hope it's a beautiful day where y'all at. Ooh. I hope it's a beautiful day where y'all at. Huh? Yeah, hope it's a beautiful day where y'all at. This is Grown Man Business TV. The Realest on YouTube. We found the channel. Yeah, tripping. Realest on YouTube. Yeah, Sack Town. I bet it's hot out there. It's hot as shit out here too. I'm talking, it's sauna weather outside. I was thinking about getting a pool. I might still do it. I might do it tonight though. You see that? All right. Ghana, what it do? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go live tonight. I'm gonna be in the jacuzzi though. All right, so listen. So we already know Drake. So like I said, they're gonna give Kendrick Lamar a Grammy for calling Drake a pedophile. That's already top next level shit right there. That's next level information. That's next level higher ups and elites. That's next level chess. That's playing chess at the highest level, right? But not only that, we're gonna expose you. We're gonna start exposing you, my G. Okay, everybody. Drake didn't write Mob Ties. Damn, we surprised. I was shocked. One of my favorite songs. But not only that. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything. Other hoes ain't never on it. I want this forever. I swear I could spend whatever on it. The very song that introduced us to Drake, the very song that broke Drake to the United States, that made him go big, that made him go viral, that took him to the top, he did not write that song either. So you got to understand something. It's called a humiliation ritual. That's what Drake is going through right now. Even Drake has to go through the humiliation ritual where he's being humiliated in front of the world. He's being humiliated in front of the people, the fans. See, one thing for sure, two things for certain. These celebrities, they get so comfortable that they forget that they have to decline. They have to come down. They have to come down. So Drake didn't think that Drake is painting his nails. He's dressing like Lil Yachty. He got barrettes in his hair. You understand what I'm saying? He's doing all of these weird facial expressions. He's stamping and certified, and he's doing songs, and he's in love with Sexy Red. He's doing everything to attract young people. And when you attract young people, that means you attracting young girls. Do this all make sense to you? I know nobody really understood why Drake and Sexy Red are so. What's going on? Why would Drake start painting his nails? Everybody I know is it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's because he thinks that he's safe until you make one bad move on the chessboard. The one bad move that he made on the chessboard is going to war with Kendrick Lamar. Now, I didn't like it. And I said what I had to say about it. But you see how J. Cole backed out of that. You see how J. Cole stopped what he was doing and he apologized to Kendrick Lamar and told him he was sorry and he didn't want no smoke with Kendrick Lamar. He did it in public, my G. You know why? Because J. Cole realized somebody has to be number one. I don't want to be number one, because what happens with being number one is that you have to now get right up under the higher ups and the elites, and you have to become a puppet. And Kendrick and J. Cole really didn't want to do that. I was upset about that because I love hip hop. But then when I was able to see through the smoke and mirrors, I had to give J. Cole his props on that for seeing that and then moving on it. So what humiliation ritual you want to go through? You want to go through the humiliation ritual that Drake is going through, or you want to take the initiative and humiliate yourself by saying you were sorry and that you apologize and then backing out and disappearing? I think the best move would have been to do what J. Cole did. Say sorry, humiliate yourself, and get the fuck out the way. But Drake, Yeah, being number one makes you the target. Now we're going to talk about that. So Drake is on a decline. Kendrick Lamar, in the public's eye, is number one in rap. He's the big dog now in rap. You know, Kendrick Lamar reminds me of like Denzel Washington, right? Where Denzel Washington did all of these positive movies. He did all of these movies where he held on to his integrity. You know, he did classic material, classic movies. And as soon as he played the bad guy in Training Day, that's the movie that they gave him the Grammy for. That's the movie that he got all the awards for. When he was a killer, when he was a gangster, when he was talking that shit, when he was negative. That's what the industry praised him for. It's the same thing with K. Dot. All of the beautiful music that K. Dot has made, all of the poetry, all of the positive music, all of the, the revolutionary music that Kendrick Lamar has done. His biggest song is a song where he's dissing Drake and calling him a pedophile and telling him that they ain't like us and telling him he's a 69 god and he's a freaky ass nigga. Like, that's where he gets his biggest hit from. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Like I said, Drake is definitely a puppet, but Kendrick Lamar is also a puppet. And like you said, being number one makes you the biggest target for our entertainment. So let me point some things out for y'all that nobody's really mentioning, that nobody's really homing in on, to let you know that we are first, that we talking about this shit first. Look at recent pictures of Kendrick Lamar. He don't look the same, do he? He got this little afro. He got a real sharp edge up. The shit sharp. I never seen Kendrick Lamar with a more sharper edge up. His face, he got that sunken face where it looked like he tired or he ain't eating. You know what I'm talking about? Kendrick Lamar got the same face right now that Nipsey Hussle had before he got his head blown off. Oh, this is why you come to this channel. Think about what I'm saying to you. Look at K Dot. Look at K Dot, homie. He's #1 in the rap game. He made a song dissing Drake, calling him a 69 god, a freaky ass nigga. And now he has the biggest battle. He got the biggest rap song, the biggest streaming song in history. Right? He's probably making more money than he ever made in his career. And he done made some money, but he's probably making the most money he ever made in his career right now. And if you look at his face, the nigga he don't look the same. This Kendrick Lamar don't look like Kendrick Lamar, right? Bro, I'm telling you, look at these. He got a hat on. He got the edge up. And he don't look the same. That's because when you get to that #1 position, when you become public enemy #1 for the higher ups and the elites, you start getting that look, homie. And I'm being as real as possible. Go look at those pictures of Nipsey Hussle when he was about the pictures of Nipsey Hussle, right? The interviews that he did right when he was about to lose his life. The pictures that he took right before he was about to pass, his face was really skinny. Because Nipsey Hussle wasn't the #1 rapper, but he was the #1 target for the higher ups and the elites. He was in the #1 spot with all the game he was giving out, with all the knowledge he was spilling, with how he was beating the system in X, Y, and Z. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother live stream. But K Dot got the same. Google it. Because you heard it here first. Now, are they going to assassinate? Are they going to sacrifice K Dot? I doubt that. He making them too much money. But he's not the same dude he was with the Big Steppers in the Morale album or Goddamn, or he's not the same guy. He has transcended to that next level. Yeah, but he be on them. Yeah, he do his thing. Just talk real talk for sure. He work out, but it's not that. It's like, now I will say this, right? One thing that they teach the guys at the higher ups, some of the knowledge you gonna get the higher you go with this money, is that they're gonna tell you to cut off processed sugar. Now, there's some game I'm gonna give y'all if you don't know. A lot of the times when we see these celebrities and we think that they're sick, or we think that something's going wrong because they get skinny, their face gets skinny, they just not looking the same, it's because they have cut off processed sugar. And when you cut off that white processed sugar, your face gets skinny. You know what I'm saying? Your cheekbones start to show because your face is really round and fluffy due to the processed sugar that you take in every day. So I always tell people, like, when you see a celebrity and they start looking skinny, or they start looking this way, or they start looking that way, most of the time it's not because they sick. It's because the higher you get to the top, the higher they tell you that processed sugar gonna kill you, homie. Get rid of that shit. I cut out processed sugar. You feel what I'm saying? Only time I use processed sugar is if I drink some coffee. I might put a couple of teaspoons of processed sugar in the coffee. Like this coffee is like 2 or 3 teaspoons of sugar in it. But other than that, throughout the day, I'm not intaking no sugar. And I mean, listen, homie, I'm about like 160, 159. I'm at prime weight right now. I'm ripped up. Like, nigga be like, damn, I work out, but it's really because I don't. So that could be a thing with him. He could have got rid of processed sugar, and I'm sure he probably, but the way his face looked, it just reminds me of how these artists and these puppets look when the higher ups and the elites grab them and say, you the one. You the one. And when we grab you, right? This how you start knowing that they the one. Either they gonna start dressing like Young Thug, putting on skirts and lipstick and shit like that, or they gonna start painting their nails, wearing weird fashion, Fashion Week in Paris, and they wearing that weird ass fashion. You like, what the fuck they got on? Yeah, that part. You the one. Start doing weird shit like doing songs with Sexy Red and you know what I'm saying? Drake and Sexy Red should drop a collab mixtape called Bend That Ass Over and Let the Coochie Breathe. Because just like Kendrick Lamar said, Drake looking like a bad bitch in these photos. He looking like he's a bad bitch. The way he doing the duck lips and he poking his lips out and he got his mouth open and shit. Him and Sexy Red should do an album called Bend That Ass Over and Let They Coochie Breathe Volume 1. Somebody get that to Drizzy. Tell him I said it. Grown Man Business TV said it. Because when he started hanging with Sexy Red, real niggas is wondering what the fuck is he doing with what is going on? But Drake is the one. But with that pedophile, listen to me. With that pedophile title, with that freaky ass nigga, you a 69 God title, with those type of accusations, you can't be number one. You can't be number one no more. The higher ups and the elites, the people at these big corporations, they can't do business with you in public because Kendrick Lamar done told everybody you a freaky ass nigga, you a 69 God. And when we get to looking at your social media and we get to looking at pictures with you and Sexy Red, you're actually looking like a freaky ass nigga and that you a 69 God, homie. When we get to looking at old videos of you on stage with a 16, 17-year-old girl and you kissing on her neck, now it's starting to look like it might be A minor. You trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. Like, now we can't really fuck with you in public. But Kendrick Lamar, if we put him at number one, we can give him a Grammy. We can make him have his biggest hit ever. Oh, this shit is going up. The higher ups in the elites play chess at the highest level. So that's just that angle. I wanted to break that angle down because, yeah, we're going to talk about what happened with Rick Ross. We're going to break that down. We're going to really, give game on that, and we're going to address that because that was foul play, homie. But on a different level, from a different angle, you got to understand that this shit is it's a snowball effect that's happening right now. Somebody put their hands on Rick Ross. Drake is still sending shots at Kendrick Lamar, even though the beef is over. They don't want the beef to be over because the more they push and perpetuate this beef, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's looking like Canada versus the United States, homie. You from Canada and you had some white boys touch Rick Ross? You think you going so it's looking like that. And Drake is going through a humiliation ritual right now. But just as fast as you go through that humiliation ritual, they'll put you in position and they'll sacrifice you, homie. You think they ain't got insurance on Drake? Y'all thought Drake was a boss? Hell no. Drake don't own no parts of his situation. Them people done gave Drake $500 million. You think they ain't got a $2 billion life insurance policy on Drake and his name and his likeness and his physical body? You think they ain't got a $2.5 billion insurance policy? When they give you that $5 million, you become property. You become an asset. Yo, I'm going deep. No Diddy. I'm going deep right now because on my channel, I don't care. That's why we growing organically. That's why it's constant elevation because I don't get up here like Joe Budden and DJ Academics and get to biting my tongue and saying, oh, I really can't say this and I really can't say that. I just give y'all the game and you do what you want with it. You think they ain't got a life insurance policy on Drake the same way they had one on Young Dolph? The same way they had one on Mo 3? The same way they had one on Slim 400. And if they can't get a life insurance policy on you, what they do is they make sure that the majority of your assets, the majority of your music and all that type of shit fall in their hands. Your masters, your likeness. They control that when you die. Like Whitney Houston and them. That's why that's why I always give a big salute and a big respect and a big shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Because Nipsey knew what was coming. Nipsey knew how it was going to go down. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, he made sure they didn't have no parts of his shit. Word to Nip. Yeah, word to Nip, homie. Word to Nipsey Hussle. That's why I put him on the wall. That's why he's a martyr. When you walk in the crib, you see that. You see me too. You see me too. But you definitely going to see Nip. Because Nip one of them dudes that really set it up. So all his music is going to his kids. His likeness go to his kids. The Marathon clothing store is split up between Lauren London and Black Sam. You just got to give Nipsey Hussle his respect. But you think they don't got life insurance policies and they ain't got ties to Drake? Drake came down to America acting like he the boss and he the biggest. No, nigga, you a puppet. And those higher ups in the elites, those dog fur having Neanderthals, they'll wipe your ass out, homie. They'll set up a whole play. Yeah, you know, Drake had somebody punch Rick Ross in the face, and that's why when he came back to America, he was assassinated. He got killed because of X, Y, and Z, allegedly. And then they'll collect. They'll own. If Drake, something happened to Drake right now, his mama not gonna own his likeness. His daddy not gonna own his likeness. His son not gonna own his music or his likeness. That shit got to pay back that $500 million. And we ain't talking about the cash out from the insurance policy. We talking about separate from that. That's profit money. Yeah, the game I'm giving is dangerous. One thing for sure, two things for certain, they can't stop the growth of the channel, but they always play with the numbers and they always play with the chat. That's why I had to make the chat subscriber only, because when I get to, I'm talking this shit, you would have seen 1,000 trolls in my chat right now. You would have saw 1,000 trolls in the chat. You wouldn't even be able to comment or engage because the trolls would have been so thick. Because they don't want you to pay attention to what Drake is number 2. Drake is going through a humiliation ritual, and he better tread lightly, homie. He better tread lightly, because $2.5 billion, that's a low ball. They probably got a $10 billion contract on that man, being as though they gave him $500 million. They gave him $500 million. They probably got $9 billion they could cash out if that man get his head blown off. K-Dot. Let me leave you with this. K-Dot is now number 1. J. Cole didn't want no smoke. Drake put himself in a bad situation. In the chess game of life, Drake is in check. I'm trying to give y'all some game, and I don't want this to go over your head or under your bridge, but if you know, then you know. Right now, Drake is in check. It's not checkmate just yet, but it's check. And when you in check, that means you got about 1 or 2 moves. You better make your next move your fucking best move, because you got 1 or you got 2 moves to get your king out the way. If you make the wrong move, it's checkmate, and your fucking king is dead. Drake is in check. Drake, he better make his next couple of moves his best moves, because if he makes the wrong move, he's gonna lose his king, and that means the king is dead. So that's where Drake is at right now. If you believe it or not, if you like it or not, you gotta know, bruh. Ain't no way. You know how many people would have wanted to put their hands on Rick Ross? You know how many people would have loved to go on viral for punching Rick Ross in the face? Rick Ross traveled the globe and nobody's done anything to him, but just coincidentally now one of these white boys put their hands on him, calling him a nigga and shit. You got to know they lining something up. And if Drake don't make his next move, his best move, he's going to be a casualty of war. Because the higher ups and the elites, it's nothing personal. This shit is business. They don't rock with you like that. When they give you that money, that 500 million, you know, when Drake got that plane and then he used another 100 and something million and built that big ass house out there in Canada. And then he, you know, he started getting, yeah, that's because they gave him 500-600 million that he has to recoup. But you know, these puppets, they come in front of us and they get to act like they bosses and they get to act like it's, nah, homie. If you was really a boss, you wouldn't even be in position to get exposed right now. If you really had made all that money off the muscle, they wouldn't be able to expose you. That's why even Nipsey Hussle, at the low level he was at, they couldn't expose him, but they killed him. They definitely killed Young Dolph at the low level of turning down 20-25 million. And he doing videos saying, man, they want me to take this 25. Should I take the 25 or should I say fuck the 25? Man, fuck the 25. They couldn't expose him, but they killed him. Organic sugarcane, I'm going to look into that. But I'll be honest with you, Corey. I've really cut out. Every now and then I get a taste for some Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I put a couple of but I haven't been on processed sugar heavy like that in like a month or two. And when I tell you I lost like 20 pounds, quick fast. I was 178 pounds. Now me, even at 178 pounds, I'm real muscular. I'm stocky, right? But I had like a little gut. And I couldn't see my six pack. And it ain't never been a time in my life where I ain't had a strong six pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been like that. Like, but I was 178 pounds, almost 180. And I was like, yo, so I cut sugar, got back working out, you know, doing my crunches, swimming in the jacuzzi, and I burnt off 20 pounds like that. And yeah, it's just, you know, now, and I'm juicing, you know. Salute, man. Salute to the chat. 161 people in the chat. Yeah, he was exposed. Yeah, you know, we juicing, man. So we got the cilantro. I'm about to juice this up. Got the cucumbers. Got the ginger. Let me give y'all some game on this. Got the organic ginger. Got the organic ginger right there. You know what I'm saying? Celery sticks, lemons. See what I'm saying? Green apples, oranges. Got the pineapples. I'm going to cut that up. Got that big dog right there. I'm going to cut these pineapples up. Feel what I'm saying? And I got these boiled eggs that I just boiled. So put that in here. Chop this watermelon up. Yeah. We in there. 100%, Adrian. 100%. So yeah, Drake is in check right now. He better make his next two moves his best moves, because they're going to make an example out of Drake if he don't play smart. Word to Dolph, word to Nipsey. You know. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Let me get in tune with the chat. Proud to be a simp. No, I'm not aware. XRP and XLM. What is that? Give me some game on that. I'm gonna scroll through the chat, but yeah, you could tell me. You could tell me what that is. Yeah, man. Slim got shot in front of his brother's house, but I'm gonna tell you something about Slim. They wasn't really worried about Slim 400 until he got focused. He said he was about to stop doing drugs. He was about to clear his mind. 'Cause I remember this interview, and this is when I learned that he had the whole ice the whole ice water brand. Slim Slim 400 had a brand called Ice Water, and that shit was a that was it was like a genius. The name sound dope. So he was about to start pushing that ice water shit. And just like Nipsey Hussle, when you independent, uh, and you got your business mind and you business savvy, they got to get you out the way. Um, you know what, Shane? I might go live tonight while I'm juicing. I'm about to juice all of that. Yo, one thing I love about juicing, right? You got to kind of go through it a little bit and figure out what you like, what you don't like. Figure out like what tastes good to you, what don't taste good to you, what's strong, what's not. Like you got to kind of go through the motions. So I really figured out the juice that I like. That shit is powerful. It's a green juice. I'm gonna make, I might do that. And then how about this, man? Y'all get it to 100 likes in here, and I'll go live in about 2 or 3 hours, and I'll go live and I'll juice, and I'll set the camera up, and I'll go live, man. We get to 100 likes before I get out of here, and I'll definitely do that. But it's a green juice. Um, it's cucumbers, right? Celery, green apples, cilantro plant, lemon, and ginger. That shit is powerful. A nice sized piece of ginger, it is You drink that shit in the morning, bro. You will be using the bathroom. It's like it cleans your blood. It helps clean your arteries. It is so powerful. Ginger, lemon, cucumbers, celery sticks, green apples, and cilantro. That shit is powerful, right? I really like that drink. And then I make a triple orange juice, fire, which is a bunch of oranges, lemons, pineapple, ginger. Lemons, oranges, pineapple, and ginger. That shit right there as well is powerful. Nah. I don't use any supplements, man. Um, when I was younger, I used to drink like protein shakes, but I just realized, when you do your research, when I did my research, like all that shit got stuff in it, that I'm just not, I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? So it's straight organic fruits. Everything is organic. Um, you know, and then it's not. And let me give you some game as well. What's deeper than eating organic and eating fruits and eating vegetables and juicing? The most powerful thing that I learned is fasting. Fasting. So I'll eat like today. Me and my daughter, we went to First Watch. We went and sat down and had breakfast. I had an omelet. I had like a vegetable omelet with some celery, with some salad, and it was some salad, and it was like it was an omelet and some salad, and I had a kale and tonic drink, right? But like, so I'll eat one day, maybe like I just did today, and then tomorrow I won't eat anything but like maybe a serving of. I'll wake up in the morning, I'll eat one banana or maybe two bananas. Later in the day, I'll eat a serving of cherries, and I won't eat nothing else for the rest of the day. And then I'll do that the next day. I'll eat one serving of cherries and maybe a banana. And then some days I just won't eat nothing. Fasting, bro. Like just like as much as they teach us to eat, as much as they teach us to eat good, eat organic, X, Y, and Z, the best thing for real, is to not eat nothing and let your body burn up all the bullshit. Because when you don't eat nothing and you fast, your body starts to eat all the bullshit cells. That's all the cancer cells, all the bullshit. Your body eats it and gets rid of it. But the more you eat, you just pour on and you just feeding and feeding. And it's good not to eat. It's good to fast. Want to remember what I told you. If you don't listen, you're gonna regret it. What you tell? Let me see what you said. So hold on. Let me see what you said, homie. BTC ETF. That is Bitcoin. They're doing this right now under everybody's noses. Bitcoin, ETF, and BTC. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's a whole nother convo. Um, I might look into that. That's a whole nother convo. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, when you a hustler, man, you gonna lose money, you gonna win, you gonna gain money, and as a hustler, as a money, you know that it go up and down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose some money sometimes. And I ain't gonna lie. I think it was like 2019, maybe 2018. I had got some information about Bitcoin. Somebody hit me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, you need to get in on this Bitcoin shit. And I was kind of nervous. I was in Mexico when he told me. And I was like, ah. And I came back to the States. I brought a Rolex. That shit was like 20,000. I bought, I started buying like my jewelry and shit, and I remember this very vividly. I had 20,000 on me cash, um, and I was thinking like maybe I should buy this Bitcoin, and I didn't buy it, and bro, that shit went up. So that Bitcoin went from 18,000 to 63,000, and I probably lost out on like maybe a million. Man, I probably could have made like a clean million off that shit. So I'm gonna look into that. Right. Make sure you have slight calories intake, or your body will start to eat more. Exactly. So Corey, I like that you said that. So again, I was 178 pounds. I started fasting. Like I was going like 1 or 2 days without really eating nothing, right? And then I would eat like the little cherries and shit, and I eat one meal like I would eat one meal on Sunday. I eat another meal on Wednesday, and I eat another meal on like Friday to Sunday, right? I did that until I went from 178 all the way down to 157. Once I got to 157, I could kind of feel that my body was going to start eating muscle because there was nothing else. Like I burnt off all the majority of the fat. I burnt it off. See what I'm saying? So now I'm giving myself them calories and I'm eating a certain way. So I'm at like 159 right now. Ripped. I'm talking, yo, when I say ripped, this shit, I look like I look like I did when I was like 22. Word. I come up my shirt right now, nigga be like, what the fuck? Yeah, nigga. Um, when you get them headaches, right? That's why I say like I'll eat like a serving of cherries. Let me show you. So yeah, yo, bro. I ain't gonna do it, but I'm ripped up right now, bro. I saw my daughter. She was like, "Wow, Dad." My daughter was like, "Wow." My daughter was like, Dad, yeah." Daddy ripped the fuck up like a goddamn teenager. Um, but yeah, when I would so when you get those headaches or you start feeling like fatigue and all that, I had shit like this. I got shit like this, like these. You know what I'm saying? I just pre-make everything. See what I'm saying? That's a meal right there with barbecue chicken, rice. I got cherries. I got strawberries. I got cherries. I got watermelon in there, right? So when you get hungry, let me show you. Boom! I just pop this open. These joints. I just pop that open, and you just had you a couple cherries. You feel what I'm saying? You had you a couple cherries, and trust me, being as though you fasting, right? And you not overeating like we normally do. Being as though you fasting, when you eat a couple of cherries, bro, that shit gonna be strong. It's gonna be powerful. Your body gonna absorb it fast, and then you'll eat like, let's say you eat like 5, 6, or you eat like 10 little cherries, right? Your body gonna be so hungry for it, it's gonna absorb that shit fast, and you'll be like, damn, you gonna feel it. It's to the point now, right? I taste sugar. I could taste the sugar in everything I drink. I had a kale and tonic drink. Kale and tonic is green. If you ever go to First Watch, order a kale and tonic. The shit is fire, right? But when I went there today, it tasted sweet because I don't be now that I'm not eating no sugar. Anything that I intake that has sugar in it, like natural sugar in it, I can taste it. If I eat a banana, I can taste the sugar in the banana. Like it don't just taste like a banana like normal, like when you normally just eat a banana. You know what I'm saying? You could just taste. It's like when I eat the banana now, I can taste the sugar because I've deprived my body of processed sugar. You know what I mean? So yeah, when you start getting those damn. So you let me ask you this then. Hey, proud to be a simp. I found out about Bitcoin when it was 25 cents. Let me ask you this. Did you buy some of that shit? Because you would be a billionaire right now. If you found out about Bitcoin when it was 25 cents and you just spent $2 on it and bought 8 Bitcoin, your ass would be worth $100 million right now. When I found out about Bitcoin, it was $18,000. This is real grown man business game. Again, Realest channel on YouTube. That's why a lot of people come, they rock with the channel. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button and y'all hitting that like button. You know what I'm saying? Because if we get 100 likes, then I will go live around 6, 7 o'clock and I'll juice everything in front of y'all. I'll show y'all exactly how I show y'all what I do if we get 100 likes. But when I found out about Bitcoin, when my homie called me, now my homie, he a money getting dude. He called me, told me about Bitcoin. That shit was at 18,000. And I ain't gonna lie, I had like $21,000 in my pocket cash. I got pictures of this shit. I had 20 some thousand in my pocket, cash money, rubber band up. I got pictures of this shit. And I would thought to myself, like, I should go to the bank right now, put this money in the bank, transfer it to Coinbase and buy me a Bitcoin. And then I was like, nah, because I started doubting myself. I was like, nah, because if I put this 20K in there, you know, I had did some business with homie before. I lost like 3, 4,000. So I was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that shit. Cause if I lose this 20, man, I'm gonna be hot. You know what I'm saying? And if as a man, if I choose to get into it and I lose the money, I can't blame him. I gotta just take it. So I didn't do it, right? And listen to me, bro. That's when the Bitcoin, that last little wave a couple of years ago, when that shit blew up, where everybody was talking like, yo, that shit made a bunch of millionaires. Young niggas that didn't have a lot, that invested in that shit, it turned them to millionaires. That shit went from 18,000 and it went all the way up to like 64, 65,000 for one Bitcoin. That shit would have had me at least 900,000, $1 million easy. Probably 1.5 I would have made off that shit. But you know, like I said, when you a hustler, man, when you a hustler, you gonna miss out on some money. You gonna make some money. My house worth 600. So it just is what it is. Hold on. This is the last thing I'm going to say on it. Look up. See, central bank digital currency. PR is going to be a form of original currency for the entire earth. Look up. I'm gonna look into it. I'll look into it. A proud to be a simp, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna check your channel out. I would suggest you do some pre-recorded videos, man, if you got some game. But yeah, you know, I appreciate that game in the chat. I'm always looking to touch some paper. Saudi is no longer using dollar play joiner, Ripple and Ripple's pay. The petrodollar. Bro, Brian. Exactly, bro. You know those sweet teas is what's the name of those sweet teas that everybody drink, man? I can't think of that shit right now. It's gonna drive me crazy. But I would normally, what's the name of them sweet teas, man? I normally would drink them shits because they seem like they seem pretty healthy. You know what I'm saying? You could get like 2 for $4, not Arizona, nah. It's in a bottle. It come in like a bottle, you know what I'm saying? And everybody drink them shits. I can't think of the name of the damn sweet teas though. So I would drink them all the time though, because they seem pretty healthy. You know what I'm saying? But once I cut out the sugar, I went to go get one of those sweet teas the other day, and I looked at the back because that's what I do with everything. Normally, I just drink water. I'm either drinking water or I'm drinking something that I juiced already. You feel what I'm saying? And I looked at the back, pure leaf. Exactly. Yeah, pure leaf, yo. You know what I'm saying? It looked healthy. I'm like, yo, this is probably like the healthiest shit. I used to drink like two of those a day. I would go in there and spend $4, get two for $4, and I would drink those as I'm driving the truck on the road. But I went in there the other day and I had ran out of my juices. You know what I'm saying? So I just I was kind of had a urge. You know, you get those urges for like sugar, or like something like that. So I was like, let me get a couple of sweet teas. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking water and juice. Let me get a couple of sweet teas. But I looked at the back of that fucking sweet tea for the pure leaf. That shit had 43 grams of sugar. Yo, yo, I was like, what, bro? Do you know how much 43 grams? Yo, an ounce of weed is an ounce of sugar is 28 grams. That shit almost had 2 ounces of sugar in it. I put that shit back and got some water and just was like, fuck it, I got some water. You know what I mean? And I don't even like to drink the bottled water. You know what I'm saying? I get the alkaline water. If I'm gonna drink water, I get the alkaline water. Um, I get the alkaline water. I got the alkaline system in my hooked up to my sink and everything. So I get the alkaline water. But when I run out of that, I just drink the juices, man. And that shit, I'm telling you, like, I feel amazing, bro. I should go live. You know, I do pool time and I post my shit up and go out and jump in the pool. And I should do that shit. Take my shit. Like, I'm ripped the fuck up, nigga. Like, no homo. You know what I mean? No, no diddy. I do the coconut water a little bit. Exactly, like I was saying as well, MJ, the watermelon. The watermelon is a hell of a hack, you know what I'm saying? Because you can eat it and feel full. You're gonna feel full when you eat that water, but it's really you just drinking a bunch of water. You just full of water. So that watermelon, that's another thing when you ask a Majestic Queen, like, what do you do when you get headaches? I just eat a couple big pieces of watermelon. You know, I slice the watermelon up. I'll go in there, grab 3, 4 pieces of watermelon. You feel like you eating, but you really just drinking a bunch of water. Yeah, real shit. No shirt and juicing. I might do that. I might start out, you know what? I might start a whole other channel. No shirt and juicing. I bet you that shit do 100,000 subscribers in no time. No shirt and juice. I'm talking about, nigga, like, I ain't even trying to like stunt like that, you know what I'm saying? But it just made me feel so good because again, like I said, I was 178 pounds and that shit was like, you know, when you turn 40, most men that are 40 years old, they got that they got that gut, you know what I'm saying? It's like this gut that you get when you hit like 40, 39. Most of my guys that I see, most of the dudes that I know, they all got this little gut, yo. It's like this 40-year-old man gut. And I started getting that shit. And like I said, I've been having a six-pack since I was 5 years old. I've been having a six-pack since I was a little nigga. So once I couldn't see my six-pack and I started having like those love handles on the side, I was like, nah, homie, that shit ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work, homie. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, I got to work, baby. So I pull that motherfucker out right now. You niggas go, you be like, what the fuck? Yeah. So listen, man, you already know what time it is. Yeah, man, them cherries, bro, lifesavers. Lifesavers. Cherries and bananas. In the morning, I like bananas. I eat like 1 or 2 bananas in the morning, and that shit carry me over for the rest of the day. And then around like 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe like 6 at the latest, I'll eat like a serving of cherries. And then if I get like kind of hungry at night, I might eat like some crackers, like those cheese crackers with the peanut butter on it. I might eat like a cup, like 3 or 4 of those if I'm getting hungry. But my max weight is 160. I won't go no higher than that. I'm at like 159 right now, 158. Easy money. So yeah, man, let me get situated. Start cutting up. I'm gonna cut this watermelon up. Yeah, my daughter, she be trying to make daddy cheat. She's into, I don't know if y'all know about this. Crumble cookie is fucking crazy. She was getting the damn crumble cookies and had me cheating with the crumble cookies yesterday. She had me cheating with the crumble cookie yesterday. I ate that motherfucker was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was good. So yeah, you already know what time it is. Yeah, listen, man. 11 more likes and I'm definitely gonna go live for y'all later on. But we need those likes. I don't know where my landscaper is at, man. He's supposed to been here already. Fuck is going on, B? Appreciate that. You have now entered the Realest channel on YouTube. Yeah, nigga. Take the motherfucking shirt off, boy. You would have thought a nigga was 22, baby. It was like, this nigga 23 years old, boy. That nigga like, yeah, this shit ain't no game, baby. This is the other side, man. Big salute. This is the other side to that hooligan shit. This is the other side to that street shit. This is what it looked like when you got discipline, motivation, determination, and you don't crash out too young. You understand? This is what this shit look like right here. That's what it looked like. Feel what I'm saying? I could jump off my motherfucking couch and dive into my motherfucking pool. Easy. It's hot as shit outside. I ain't gonna lie to you. 6 more likes, man. I'm gonna give y'all, yeah, big dog shit. It ain't bragging, you know what I'm saying? We definitely not bragging, but these young niggas need to see what it looked like on the other side. They don't think they think that being a hooligan and shit and smoking weed is what, and then they crash out and got to do 20 years in jail like Zip with the Drip, and then wonder why they can't obtain this shit. Why they can't obtain it? Why they can't get their hands on it? 4 more likes, man. I'm gonna rock with y'all. Don't worry. I'm gonna wait for y'all. Fuck is my landscape at, man? Yo, my landscaper supposed to been here an hour ago. He ain't gonna get no tip. He ain't gonna get no tip from me. This nigga, my grass looking crazy right now. I ain't gonna show y'all my grass. This nigga got my grass looking crazy. This nigga got my grass crazy, bro. My shit, grass like a fool. Come on, man. 5 more likes, man. Hurry up. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Majestic. It's, I'm at, that I'm gonna say this, Majestic Queen. When you get in your 30s, niggas don't understand that. When you get about 35, when you get about 35, 40, and you in shape and you eating that watermelon, you feel me? Cause these young niggas got erectile dysfunction. They can't even go a half a round. A lot of people don't understand this is really the prime right here. So like, yeah, young girls, they try to talk, they try to holler. A young girl be 20 years old. I'm like, sure, you 2 years, a young girl, 21, 22. But then at the same time, when her mama find out that what my age is, her mama will try to holler, her auntie will try to holler. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to a certain age, it's like beautiful where you attract all women. Yeah, they definitely do what they do. You know, it's natural. It's a natural thing. Nah, I'm gonna go crazy with y'all, man. Yeah, man, that fasting is that's what I really realized. And I'm glad it's really a powerful method. You know, I know a couple of guys that are fast for like a week. They won't eat no food for like a week. I know a dude that fasted for 21 days, 3 weeks. He didn't eat nothing. And this nigga will break your fucking neck off. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He will break your neck and your back, homie. Like, again, they a lot of the things that they teach us, you gotta kind of see through the smoke and mirrors and be able to figure out exactly how it works best for you, right? So I learned a long time ago that milk don't work with me. I don't like the concept of drinking cow milk bothers me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's milk. Why are we drinking milk from a cow, right? Eating, they say eat organic, eat this, eat that, but really everything need to be done in moderation. So if you eating, it just need to be a little bit. You need to portion your shit out just in small bits and eat like that. And then what you will realize is I don't really need to eat at all. When you start fasting and you start doing it in a certain way, what you realize is I ain't even really hungry. I'm brainwashed to think that I'm hungry. But I ain't even really hungry because I ate early today and I ain't even used the bathroom yet. Like the food that I ate today is still inside of me. I ain't even used the bathroom. How the fuck am I hungry? But you've been brainwashed to eat the food, get more food, put that on top of it, get more food tonight, put that. You've been told to eat 3 times a day. They told us to eat 3 full meals a day. That is fucking crazy, homie. You don't see lions kill a motherfucking wildebeest, eat the wildebeest, and then 2 hours later kill another wildebeest, and then eat the wildebeest, and then tonight at 8 o'clock kill another wildebeest. You don't see that shit. They eat one time, bro. 2 more likes, man. Hurry up. Hit those 3 little buttons at the top. Make sure you do that. Get the honey pack. Nah, get the honey pack or just eat watermelon. Watermelon to put you right where you need to be. Yeah, man, the game is the game, man. You know, fasting is more powerful than anything because I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Everybody's born with cancer cells. Cancer is really not the problem. The issue is that you eating and you stuffing all this food on top and you not even digesting it. You eating breakfast, you eating bacon for breakfast, you eating a sandwich for lunch, and you eating steak for dinner, and you doing that shit over and over again. When really, if you just don't eat for 2 days, you're gonna burn off all that fat and it's gonna start eating the bullshit cells you got floating around. You'll be all right. So yeah, man, make sure y'all listen, man. You already know what time it is. If you have not hit the like button, make sure you do that. As well as making sure that you hit that subscribe button. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. I cleaned this fruit. I cleaned this fruit already. I re-cleaned everything up yesterday. Baking sodaed it out, made sure everything is nice and clean. So I'm gonna set everything up. I'm gonna cut this watermelon up. Make sure hit that like button, man. Stop playing. 70 people. There we go. We at 100. See, it wasn't that hard, man. I was about to say fuck it, man. It wasn't that hard, man. So listen, big salute to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's tapped in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Grown Man Business TV. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You haven't found the realest channel on YouTube. The realest channel on YouTube. I've carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. Exactly, bro. That's one of the main questions. You know, we started doing that when the dog fur people told us to do it. That's when we started drinking it. I don't know when the dog fur people started drinking it, but when we started drinking it, dog fur people said, drink milk, it does a body good. Bunch of fucking lies. Well, it might do your body good because you got dog fur. You're a part animal. But for us, why would we be drinking a fucking why cow then? Why not a fucking giraffe milk? Why not drink giraffe milk? Why not drink lion milk then? Why not, you know what I'm saying? Why not drink sheep milk then? Is get a sheep and drink the milk out the like all these animals produce milk and somehow you got us drinking a fucking milk from a cow, bruh. Nasty work, B. Nasty work. Yeah, that fucking shit is nasty, B. Like, come on, my nigga. We the only living organisms on the planet that'll drink milk from another animal, bro. You ain't never seen no animal be like, I ain't got enough milk. Go over to that giraffe and drink the giraffe milk. That shit sounds crazy. The niggas is drinking it. Shit, and it's foul, bro. When you do, Google or YouTube videos about cow milk. It don't matter how much they pasteurize the milk. It's still blood, pus, and all other type of shit in that milk because they feeding it to their babies. So they babies gotta have like a small amount of, it's gotta have a small amount of blood in it, small amount of pus, all that shit in it that they feed to it. You ain't supposed to be eating no cow milk, all that. And I'm talking about, it don't matter how much they clean it. It don't matter how much they pasteurize the milk. It got blood and pus in it. Shit, mucus. Yeah, shit is foul, B. Nasty work. Disgusting work, man. Nasty work. So it's levels to this. Yeah, it's still in it. There's no way for them to get it out. That's a part of the milk. When it come out the mom breast, even as a human being, when your baby is being breastfed by his mother, when you breastfeeding your baby as a mother, as a human, that breast milk got strength. It got shit in it, blood, other things in the milk for the baby, bruh. Yeah, I had to find my coffee. Cilantro right here. This shit is powerful. Shit right here is powerful, my G. Juice it all up. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. Gape Horn, freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Gape Horn, freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Gape Horn is a freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Look at his profile picture. I'm glad you put the old profile picture back up there, Gape Horn. With your freaky ass profile picture. Anybody, look at the nigga, look at Gape Horn, look at his profile picture right. Look at his eyes right there. And tell me he ain't a freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he is. Hey, run for your life. Hey. Hey, great man, I see you in the building, baby. What it do? Fuck, guys, niggas is crazy, man. What you got going on, Gape Horn? I'm about to light up this incense, man. So yeah, I'm leaving out in the morning, man. Crossing state lines at all times. I'll probably be back for the weekend, 4th of July weekend for sure. But I'm gonna go get some of this money. I'm gonna go get some of this money, man. Gape Horn. I knew you was gonna switch back, man. I told you last night. Don't switch it up, man. Don't switch it up. This is what's the name of this shit? I don't even be remembering the name. It's like fresh rain or shower rain or something like that. But I know it's the blue. I only get the ones with the blue on it. See? Let me hear you say OVO. Now step this way. See? I got a couple of packs. I get a couple of packs. I like the incense, man. I'm an old school nigga, man. Like, I remember my mama house smelling like incense and shit. I'm an old head, man. They don't make niggas like me no more. You feel me? Yeah, they don't make niggas like me no more. You feel me? All right, man. Well, listen, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I'm definitely going to go live in the next hour or two, so just make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get the notifications. And I'm going to set the camera up, and we going to juice, man. I'm going to chop shit. We going to see, you know, we going to see how it go. You know what I mean? All right, so listen, man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. I suggest you tap in.